Well, hello again, gang. I'm your host, VAP-Chan, here to bring you yet another fantastic episode of VAP's Puppets and Friends.
And I'm VAP's assistant, Lauren. So, VAP, did anything interesting happen last week?
Mostly just art stuff. Working on this very video, working on Kirba, you know, the comic I draw for Carmen Ryder, my girlfriend, and working on commissions.
Oh, neat. And VAPsketeers, if you'd like to commission art from VAP or just to donate to her, check out her Ko-fi. Now, are there any holidays coming up?
Well, February 16th is National Almond Day. I like almonds a lot, so that's pretty cool. And the 19th is really important.
Why's that? As if I don't already know.
It's the anniversary of the day I first saw Carmen in real life. That was the day we went to the Cracker Barrel together. And the 20th is the anniversary of the day we moved into the apartment.
The apartment that your asshole landlord ended up kicking you out of.
Yeah, but one day, very soon, Carmen and I will be together again in real life. You can all bet on that. Also, the 21st is National Sticky Bun Day. I, of course, can't eat sticky buns because the amount of sugar and carbs would make me die screaming in agony. But if you can eat them, then go for it.
So, Vappy, what's the first puppet number for the episode?
Well, first, you're gonna see Hilda Pompelnoose.
VAP, are you trying to give your puppets the stupidest names possible?
Fuck you. Anyway, Hilda Pompelnoose is going to mime to I've Got My Habits On. And then Ezekiel the hillbilly will mime to Flying Saucers as sung by Mel Blanc.
Go for it, puppets!
Some folks got a habit for sleeping. Some folks got a habit to snore. But I've got a habit for just one thing, that's strutting on a ballroom floor. My own sweetie saw me fox-trotting at a swell affair. Got mad, bad, and everything, but I said I don't care. I've got my habits on, Lord knows it's on me good and strong. Can't help it when that trombone moans. I forget about home with something on my arm. Looking pretty, just a bunch of charms. Cute and witty, can't you see? I'm getting hot. Lead a man, don't you stop. Now sure as you're born. Doggone, I've got my habits on. Say I'm just a glutton for strutting. No time have I had quite enough. I suppose I'm something like strutting Miss Lizzie, crazy about the jazzy stuff. Ragtime music's got me, it's appetizing to the brain. If jazz tunes are not allowed to my feet, they must explain. I've got my habits on, ain't got a bunion or a corn. My feet are harmless as a rule. I'm a strutting fool, I cleans up in the hall. I spread my stuff at every ball. Say I got 'em on the square. I'm there, I'm away, I'm a bear. My shoes are out of pawn. Doggone, I've got my habits on. Once I had a habit for walking the dog. I did the jackrabbit sitting on the log. Sure got the habit to ball the jack. Why, I even did the dance they called the hammer and tack. Little shimmy, I stepped them all. I used to do them down at the strutted ball. I've shined my shoes and slicked my clothes. Look out, I'm on my dancing toes. I got my habits on. Lord knows my senses are gone. For when I hear a band play grand, I start digging sand, slow and easy steps. So lazy, travel in the dust. Like crazy, pick 'em up, lay 'em down. Just a mean, strutting clown, tell everyone in town. Doggone, I've got my habits on, hey, hey.
Our marriage used to be like the sweetest harmony. Why, everything was peachy at the start. Like a rocket to the moon, it was over much too soon. When she hit me on the head, she broke my heart. Ow! Whoa! Ow! Whoa! Flying saucers, flying saucers, flying from the hands of my wife. Flying saucers, cups and saucers are breaking up my happy wedded life. Last night I sure was blessed when she threw a plate and missed. I cried, this is goodbye to our romance. But she pleaded as she said, though the plate just missed your head, I'm your wife and I deserve another chance. Ow! Whoa! Oh no! Ow! Flying saucers, flying saucers, flying from the hands of my wife. Flying saucers, cups and saucers are breaking up my happy wedded life. So to science I declare, for those saucers in the air, you don't have to look to Jupiter or Mars. You can solve this mystery, find a woman who is free, marry her and you will soon be seeing stars. Ow! Oh no! Ow! Oh! Flying saucers, flying saucers, flying from the hands of my wife. Flying saucers, cups and saucers are breaking up my happy wedded life. You missed me!
Hey, Vappy, let's read some more of that comic from the last episode.
You mean Giggle Comics Number 32 from August 1946?
That's the one.
Okay, but once again, I've only got time for one story from it, and then we'll save the rest for future episodes. After all, the puppets have got some fun stuff planned.
I know, Vappy. Now let's get into it.
The Duke and the Dope.
Look at those bloated bondholders going in to stuff themselves on a fancy lunch. It's a travesty of justice.
I'm hungry.
Farnsworth and Buford, what a pleasure!
You're mistaken, sir. We ain't.
It's nice seeing you again.
You must have lunch with me. I insist.
Lunch?
Lunch? Follow me, gentlemen. My table, garçon. Yes, sir. I took the liberty of ordering for you. I remembered your favorite dinner. Dried peas. Well, gents, dig in. As for me, I don't mind making a pig of myself. Now that you've enjoyed your repast, you must come out to my country estate for the night.
We'll at least get a soft bed out of this deal.
Uh-oh, it's raining. Egad, you two are in luck.
What?
I know that you gentlemen love rain, so you two can ride in back while I ride with the chauffeur. What jerks this Buford and Farnsworth must be. Here we are.
Oh boy, no sleeping in the parks tonight, Duke.
Sleep in parks?
Yes, the Parks Hotel.
Well, gentlemen, it's getting late. Here's your bedroom.
But there's no beds in here.
Of course not. You two are rugged individualists that always sleep on floors, remember?
How could I forget? By golly, this is going too far. We're getting out of here. I'm sorry to bother you, But it's something you've got to know. We're not Farnsworth and Buford.
Of course you're not, since they're just names I made up.
What? Then those dried peas and exposing us to the rain was a gag?
Not at all. I was testing your minds for reactions to adversity, and it was successful. That's why you're here.
But not for long. We're leaving.
Going someplace?
That is, no, just looking over the house. Come on, Dope, we'll try to slip out of a window. Uh-oh, all the windows are barred. There's something very evil afoot. We'll have to hide. Oh my gosh!
Allow me to introduce you. Gentlemen, meet Big Bertha. You might just as well get very well acquainted, since before long you'll be one and the same.
What do you mean?
She's complete in every detail except one. She hasn't a brain. But with a combination of your brains, a brain with the cunningness of a fox and the simplicity of a rabbit, she'll be fully equipped. Equipped to conquer an army.
You're mad. You won't get away with it.
Thank you, Horace. Now to prepare for the operation. Now for the anesthetic. What will it be? The needle or the mallet?
You're wrong, chum. The anesthetic's for you. Right now.
But you hit your master.
That's a hot one. My boss is the federal government. I'm an agent for the FBI.
See, this is how you can tell it's a comic and not real life. If it was real life, he wouldn't be helping people. He'd be setting up people as murderers or molesting children.
Yes, thank you, Tamako.
You're welcome.
Come along, gents. I'll explain as I drive you back to town. And we've been after him a long time, but we've never had sufficient evidence. This time I caught him right in the act. So long. Next time be careful while you pick your friends.
You're not just talking.
Algernon and Blinky, wait up. I've been waiting for you two. Let me take you to lunch.
Oh yeah? Once but never twice, you phony. How was that, Dope? Nobody is ever playing us for suckers again.
Well, I declare.
I say, Percy, what's up?
Blinky and Algernon. Whew, what a close call. I was just about to pay the $5,000 I owe you to someone else. The end.
Wow, that was really good. I liked the giant evil robot, even though she didn't really get to do anything.
Yeah, and I think it's interesting that they gave the robot a woman's name, Big Bertha, but she was planned to have the brains of two men. Well, two male cartoon animals, but you get what I mean. I bet that guy I used to be friends with who'd randomly start freaking out over hermaphrodites in cartoons would have a complete mental breakdown if he read this.
Well, that's his loss. Hermaphrodites are neat.
They sure are, Maureen. They sure are. Anyway, I think it's about time for the puppets to do their thing.
And what are the puppets gonna do, Vappy?
Well, the little minstrel puppet is going to mime to King of the Bungaloos, and then Fritzi will dance to a record of ragtime songs sung in German.
Wow! Go for it, puppets!
I just received little cable dispatch from my ancestral home, and it tells me I'm the King Gazoo, successor to that throne. My throne's gonna be a bungalow, way up in the trees, where I'll be ruling monarch over all. My slaves will be gorillas, apes, monks, chimpanzees, who'll be ever ready at my beck and call. For I'm gonna be that King Gazoo, up high on the bungalow. Well, I'm going to ride across that Nile on a royal crocodile. Well, on the throne, gonna take my stand. Then I'm gonna be the mighty man. I'm gonna be that Zuko, the Mughal Grand, and the king of the bungalow. For I will be the king of Ruga Higazoo. Well, I will be the Higazink, will be the king of the Bungaloo. Well, I'd hop around inside, hop right around upon the back of the crocodile. All the natives, they will laugh at me when they look on shining with the zog, a little me will give me the piece of pie, king of the bungalow. My chariot's gonna be of gold with a zebra for my steed, and the tandem will be blindfold way up in the lead. Streets all paved with ivory, set with precious stones, with 97 wives to call my own. And an elephant for porter, 'cause he can pack a trunk, with a tiger for a footstool on my throne. For I'm gonna be that King Gazoo, up high on the bungalow. Well, I'm going to ride across that Nile upon a royal crocodile. Well, on the throne I'm gonna take my stand, and then I'm gonna be the mighty man. I'm gonna be that Zuko, the Mughal Grand, and the king of the bungalow. Well, I will be the king of Ruga Higazoo. Well, I will be the Higazink, will be the king of the bungalow. Well, I'd hop around inside, right around upon the back of the crocodile. All the natives, they will laugh at me when they look on the shining with the zog, a little me will low. Give me the piece of pie, king of the bungalow. For I will be the king of Ruga Higazoo. Well, I will be the Higazink, will be the king of the bungalow. Well, I'd hop around inside, right around upon the back of the crocodile. All the natives, they will laugh at me when they look on the shining with the zog, a little me. Oh, give me the piece of pie, king of the bungalow. For I'm going to be that King Gazoo, up high on the bungalow. Well, I'm going to ride across that Nile upon a royal crocodile. Well, on the throne I'm going to take my stand, and then I'm going to be the mighty man. I'm going to be that Zuko, the Mughal Grand, and the king of the bungalow, the bungalow.
Ah, that little minstrel puppet. He's the most talented black puppet alive today. Anyway, VAP-Chan told Maureen to tell me to tell all of you that you should click the thumbs up symbol if you're enjoying the video so far, and that you should subscribe to the channel to see all of VAP's future videos, and that you should leave a comment to let us all know specific things you liked about this episode. Anyone who doesn't do this just might end up getting a visit from me tonight, and not the fun kind like Maureen gets. I mean the getting eaten alive kind.
Can we go one episode without some kind of war reference?
No, fuck you, we can't. Anyway, now for Fritzi the German soldier to mime to a cool-ass ragtime record.
Oh, come mein Liebchen, ich hoffe, ich was different. Wenn Nachbari bitte was auf ein Gewässt und ich denke, ich war zu frech. Man Mädel, die haben mir auf die Ohren, dass der Himmel vor der Paskai kann gut recht. Gibt eine heiße Zeit, eine alte Stadt heute Nacht. Janne, Jansen, lass mich los. Hab kein Geld mit der Pottel in der Hose. Och, Janne, Jansen, ich bin gut. Oh, Janne, Jansen, lass mich los. Ich hab da keine Geld mit der Pottel in der Hose. Janne, Jansen, well, ich bin gut. Weil alle Schwarze gucken gleich wie mich. Ich hab kein Geld und ich wär wieder verrückt. Wird nachts wieder versoffen auf der bayerische Bar. All lustig sein und fröhlich sein und alles war bezahlt. Alle Schwober gucken grad wie mich. Ich hab kein Geld und ich wär wieder verrückt. Ich liebe niemand, alle Schwarze gucken leicht für mich. Mein schwarzes Mädchen, das ist mein Liebchen. Nein, nein, das Mädel, das lieb ich so. Frick in der Kopf mit der Dampfnudelquetsch. Mein schwarzes Mädchen, das ist mein Liebchen. Nein, nein, das ist mein schwarzes Mädchen. Auf der Münsterstein, so stehen auf unserem Kanalbach. Rund dem Feld, da kommt ein Ziegenbockerlein. Ach, die Sycamore-Balle, die fliegen durch die Luft, bläst an dem Bank, auf dem Kanalbank, away, away.
Well, hi, Vapsketeers. I thought all of you might want to see how I draw, so here we go. I'm going to show you how I drew this picture of Tachibana. She's one of the background girls from Doraemon. I have a friend who likes Tachibana a lot, so he'll probably really enjoy this. Now, I start off with a blank canvas, and I always try to have a reference image there to look at as I'm drawing. Now I add in the basic construction for the head and body in thin, colored lines. The colored lines are important for when I start inking. Next, I add the construction for the shoulders and the arms. I'll also add in part of her face. Now the basics of her hair. Now more of her face. And the final bits of detail. The sketch is done, and now we can move on to the inking. We open up a new layer for the black lines, and ink the larger bits first, and then the smaller details. You can see why I always use the colored lines for the sketch, so the inking won't blend in as I'm doing it. Now the inking is done, and we can delete the sketch and start coloring Tachibana. I like to use a nice gradient as the background for art like this, and now I'll sign it. Then we crop it to the right size, and Tachibana is done. I hope seeing my drawing process has helped all of you to learn something to your advantage, but if you need more advice, why not check out the old Preston Blair book? That's actually where I learned how to draw when I was like 11 or 12, and now Rags the Bear will mime to that great old song, Teddy Bear's Picnic. Take it away, Rags!
If you go down in the woods today, you're sure of a big surprise. If you go down in the woods today, you'd better go in disguise. For every bear that ever there was will gather there for certain, because today's the day the teddy bears have their picnic. Every teddy bear who's been good is sure of a treat today. There's lots of marvelous things to eat and wonderful games to play. Beneath the trees where nobody sees, they'll hide and seek as long as they please. That's the way the teddy bears have their picnic. Picnic time for teddy bears. The little teddy bears are having a lovely time today. Watch them, catch them unawares, and see them picnic on their holiday. See them gaily gad about. They love to play and shout, they never have any cares. At 6 o'clock their mummies and daddies will take them home to bed, 'cause they're tired little teddy bears. If you go down in the woods today, you'd better not go alone. It's lovely down in the woods today, but safer to stay at home. For every bear that ever there was will gather there for certain, because today's the day the teddy bears have their picnic.
Well, Vapsketeers, it's been fun, but I think that's about all the time.
Hey, VAP-Chan!
Oh, hey, Tamako.
You aren't gonna end the show without some kind of final thought, are ya?
Of course not. Heck, if you want, you can do it.
Thanks, Vappy. Love ya. Anyway, Vapsketeers, remember how in the last episode Vap was talking about people being compared to cartoon villains? Of course you do. Well, there's more to all that than Vappy was able to go into. Now think about cults and primitive religions. Think about all the witch doctors you've seen in old cartoons, and in this very video, actually. Think about how witch doctors have no real magic powers. You know, probably, but they're able to fake having powers so well that just by telling an enemy that they've put a curse on them, the witch doctor can make that enemy die of fright, which the witch doctor will then use as evidence of his own power. You'll hear about stuff like that and think, ha ha, aren't those primitives stupid? Good thing we aren't like that here in civilization, except that you are.
Tamako, that's not very nice.
Hear me out, Vappy. Striddlepeter, Goofus and Gallant, Scrooge, Thanos, Wojax.
What about them?
They're all fictional characters whose names and images are used by cruel, sadistic people to keep their underlings in line. Oh, you dare speak out against me? Well, I'll just have to compare you to this ugly figure of mockery. Look, that's you. Now, don't get me wrong, this isn't some kind of anti-cartoon thing. I'm not selling out my own species here. But if you can be kept silent out of fear of being compared to a cartoon villain, you are just as stupid as a caveman living in fear of a witch doctor's curse. There are a lot of evil people in power, but they can only control you if you believe they can. So don't let the fear of getting compared to Scrooge or Thanos or fucking Peg-Leg Pete keep you from saying what's on your mind or from protecting yourself.
Good advice, Tamako. Well, Vapsketeers, we'll all see you next episode.
Bye for now.